guys, it's me, Sam3 here. Welcome back to another video. Yeah, I gave up on the intro. I was going to do it, but then I just didn't do it, so I don't know. I have like other videos that I wanted to put out and stuff, and I might still do that. I don't know when, but I might still do that. But anyway, this is something that I really wanted to talk about because it just came out as something that I just seen today, and it's just I wanted to get this before I lose track of time or train of thought, so I wanted to just talk about this real quick. So this is going to be a very short video, but yeah, you may have remembered that one Frankenstein-themed visual novel that I had did a while back. That was a demon simulator, but a visual novel-ish demon simulator.
So, have some free time. Do you want to go to the movies? Maryam? Hold on. Maryam will go to the movies. Guys, we could marry.
Anyway, this is also a simulator. It's not going to be a demon simulator, though. I want to explain that, get that out of the way. Photo, dating Frankenstein's brother, that might be something interesting. I don't know. If you're into that, I don't know. This is not a demon simulator. It's just a novel type of gameplay. And if you guys are familiar with novel type of games, then this might be, you might know exactly what's going on here. Anyway, this is based off of Honest Frankenstein. This is a visual novel type of game. It is being currently made and produced by, this person, Le Voyamore. I think I'm saying that correctly. They're really good artists, actually. I follow them on, Instagram. They have a Tumblr and apparently a YouTube channel now. But their art is really good. They're working on Frankenstein-related stuff, but if you follow their other accounts on social media, they do have, like, a good variety of horror-themed art. If you're a big fan of horror or classic horror, like Dracula and stuff like that, you can I definitely suggest check them out because they're just so good at art. It's gorgeous. But this is a visual novel that they are working on. I don't know any of the information more than I do about this. They said that they would be updating information on it. We might see some more about this later on towards the year, but for now we have this trailer, and I want to assume that this story specifically takes place a little bit after the actual story of Frankenstein, because that's what it's kind of seeming out to be. But this will be based off of Ernest Frankenstein, which, if you don't know anything about Frankenstein, you never read the book. Ernest Frankenstein is the younger brother to Victor Frankenstein, as far as I know. I've also heard that he's the oldest brother, so that just depends on who you hear it from. This is very interesting, is because when people talk about Frankenstein in general, they're usually talking about the doctor or the monster, which, we all know, the creature and Frankenstein. Occasionally, Elizabeth Frankenstein, who was his spouse and, family member, but we're not really going to get into that right now. But no one really talks about the rest of the Frankenstein family unless it's like a movie or something, and we all know how those movies are. But this is a fan-made type of thing, so it might actually be a bit more accurate. I'm gonna stop talking, okay? Enough yabbing, more tapping, I guess, watching, okay? Let's just look at this, okay? Alright? 1, 2, 3. They do talk about the creature. They do talk about the creature, and they do talk about Victor Frankenstein. I'm assuming this is a portrayal of what happens afterwards, and basically implying that Ernest Frankenstein might be traumatized or something. If I recall, Ernest never actually sees the monster. In fact, he doesn't play a huge part in the story at all, really, but just the fact that, and he probably knows that something happened, but he doesn't know the entire context of what happened. So this is really an interesting idea, and I like the metaphor, the throwback here to the story, because they I think I'm probably butchering that name. I'm so sorry, but if you don't know who Artus is, basically he's from the Greek mythology. He was the one that he ended up getting punished to hold up the earth and all of heaven and humanity for, I guess, all eternity, basically. I'm not entirely sure how her story went. It was such a long time ago. But why is this called the modern Atlantis? Well, one of his brothers in the story is actually Prometheus. And if Frankenstein the novel was also named the modern Prometheus, and that Mary Shelley based Frankenstein's, like, immortalized idea of himself being this modernized Prometheus, this reincarnation of the god Prometheus. And Prometheus' story is basically, he stole, the ability of fire from Zeus, and he gave it to humanity so we can have the power of fire and stuff like that. And then Zeus was angry, and he punished him for all eternity in the
with Victor creating this being out of scraps of body parts and thinking it will somehow save humanity. And in the long run, it destroyed his life and his entire family.
So this is a very interesting, I guess, adaptation, but I don't even want to call it an adaptation because it's not Frankenstein. It's like the continuation, or it's like a fan-made interpretation of what probably happens to this specific character. If you look over, you see you see like the bedroom and all that. That literally looks like Mary Shelley right there, which is just amazing, actually. This looks like we are basically following Ernest Frankenstein in his everyday life. And what it's probably going to be doing is showing us what he's doing after the events of Frankenstein happened. So, if you've not read the book, here's a bit of a spoiler alert. The entire Frankenstein family basically no longer exists, okay? They either left or they perished due to the creature, along with Victor himself, and possibly the creature, because at the end he leaves and you don't really know what happens to him. But Ernest is the only one in the family who survives. So, essentially, what I think is going on here is that we are following Ernest, and we are, I guess, either we play as him, or we're just listening to him explain his story, maybe to someone else. Maybe we're a different person listening to him. Maybe it's no one. Maybe he's talking in his mind about all of this. I'm very intrigued to see what they do with this. By the looks of it, he's like haunted with the events that happens. So you see like, he sees a rat and he's like on the ground. Through the twisted bars, he saw, and then I guess, a mouse, say type, or a vision of something that startled him. Maybe that's why he's on the floor. I don't know, there's so many things you can interpret here because this is a trailer. It's not, it's just a fraction of this this thing that they are creating. So I'm very intrigued to see where this is going. This will be on Vimeo, and depending on what they decide to do with it, I guess time will tell what happens. When this comes out, which I'm assuming will be later this year, at least that's what they mentioned, that it will be coming out really soon. There's no date officially for when it comes out, but I just want to talk about it because it's just so interesting. But yeah, when this comes out, I'm going to see if I could play it. If not, I don't know. I might still try to figure out how to play it though. And if I can, I'm not saying I will, but if I can play it, I will probably make a video of it, and you'll probably see it. There's similar to that Frankenstein one that I had did a few bits prior. So if you like seeing me play games and you like seeing more Frankenstein-related stuff or horror-esque genre, that might be something interesting to do. But yeah, this is just really interesting. I really hope this works out. I want to see what they do once they finish it. They're currently busy with a lot of stuff, so it will take them a little bit before they get to finish the game. But once it's out, it will be on itch.io.com, and we'll just see from there what happens. So currently, like I said, there's not that much information about it, but once Peanut stuff, there will be more information about it. I might talk about that too, but for now we have this. Like I said, this person does a lot of really good fan art relating to Frankenstein and gothic horror and classic horror in general. So if that's something that interests you, please check them out. I will leave the link to this video and their profile in the description for you guys to check them out. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. If you like what you saw and you want to see more content from me, or you want to see some artwork that I've done, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. It's free. Anybody can do it. Also, I wanted to note, I am actually literally like almost to 100 subscribers. Like, I almost have 100 subscribers, guys. I didn't know. I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, I almost have 100 subscribers. So if you want to subscribe to me, go ahead. That's fine. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video whenever that comes out. And that's it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.